Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, so it turns out the only way to say Boonderus is through the power of disco. Boy, man, like I said, I still have not watched the Boonboomger movie. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna watch that, but man, disco being a plot device was something I was not expecting on my Boonboomger bingo card, right? If you had offered me like $1 million, I have never at any point would have guessed that this would have been such an integral plot device to the show. You know, but I like how no one in the show is also not addressing the fact that there's just a mini disco ball, right? That just chilling where it looks like a disco ball, you know, right? It's just real funny. It's just like me. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm eating cereal as I'm recording this week's episode because I have like, oh man, I could really go for some cereal today. Or is that early to me? But yeah, it turns out that hey, like human, and when they die, and they start decomposing. Whatever fucking weird alien species that Wingdorf is made up turns to sand. All right, that's the thing. You would think it would be rust, you know, like in Transformers, you know, when they got that space rust disease, right? You think that would be you think they'll start rusting, but no, they just start turning to sand. Really fucking weird. I don't understand why they turned to sand. You know, it feels really. But hey, Taya left the disco ball in his house. He's like, all right, cool. Oh man, I really got this. Is finally becoming relevant for me to pick up this disco ball. So hey, take and can one of you guys go get the disco ball from my house, please? Here's the lock and keys. You know, ignore the fact there's a bunch of federal agents inside my house right now. You know, right? Ignore that. You guys can go get it. But yeah, hey, Yaroka gets a promotion. You know, right? He becomes an auto machine. He becomes like an auto machine. Just like all the previous faces on him. It's whatever. Its design's really not that great, you know. It's really just a big Yaroka with his mouth open up, you know, right? So it's whatever. So Bundi is just giving a blood transfusion. I guess that's what it is. I'm not sure. I assume there's like equivalent of like a blood transfusion that's going on. Right. Doing Oh, by the way, hey, it is Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger episode 46. The future is in your hand, you know. Right. Meanwhile, every country decides that hey, it's really great that we should all just get killer robots. You know, killer robots. Or I got everyone also realize, hey man, yeah, hey, should we adopt these robot systems called the killer robos? These killer robos, you know, right? Like for and look, they're in the name of peace. Ignoring the fact that their names are literally killer robos, you know, right? They're only here to serve the peace, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you know, look, we are only here for peace. You know, Killer Robo is a good thing, right? Yeah. Once again, I don't know how Shiraiba still has a fucking job at the ISA, right? When she's clearly is influenced to help the Boonboomger, right? You would think that they would have fired her or let her go or take away her credentials and everything, right? I don't know what she's still doing here. She should definitely still not be in this company, right? It makes no sense why she's still here. Like you would think she would be like one of the first person out, right? Out of the ISA after the Boonboomger. You know, really makes no sense, right? That Shiraiba is still working as like the inside man or whatever the fuck for the ISA, you know, right? But yeah, Joe and Homura and Sakito try to break into the house. You know, I like how they started breaking by going through the front door. You know, they don't try to like Assassin's Creed this, you know, right? They're trying to sneak in. They just happen to go through the front. We're gonna bum rush this private military force or military force, whatever, and right, obviously it does not go. It does not go as planned. Once again, I don't know how much ISA has an influence to like. I got she threatens Joe with his job. I was like, oh man, does he work? Does the Japanese work for work for the ISA? It makes really no sense, but whatever. Gemba managed to sneak in and steal the disco ball of power, or whatever the fuck this thing is, right? Yeah, all right, cool. We cannot say Boondoris, but Ishirio's here. He's still chilling. He's hiding. He was waiting. He's like I knew you were gonna send Joe the idiot to break in. Like I planned for this, right? I planned for this. That's why I was waiting here as a trap to trap you. Yeah. Yarokar Auto Machine shows up, starts attacking people. It's whatever. He can summon out all like the previous Auto Machine's gimmick weapons and attack. I think that's pretty cool. At least if anything, right? But the design is still just really, whatever. Genbei shows up. Right? You're like, all right, hey, cool. I got the disco ball power. Let us deal with this Yaro conversation. Now, Yaro is just also a ticking time bomb at this point, right? He is exuding too much energy that he cannot keep up. He's hulking out, basically, He's gonna explode in like 20 seconds if they don't deal with it. Hey, and I get Nintendo, hey, at least they saved him, They could have they probably could have just killed him at this point, but they're like, no, hold on. We actually like Yarokar, Yarokar is a cool one, Let's try to save Yarokar at least, so. Right, so they saved Yarokar and everything. Also, but it's like an invasion of like of Yarokar species attacking Earth or something. That's extremely irrelevant, right? But don't worry, hey. So, but our Boonboomger does not have their stupid Megazord. But don't worry, hey, look, the Husalian still has their Megazord. They can save that. Look, we still got our killer robot to help out and everything. Yeah, so anyway, they get the Matrix of Leadership back to Boondoris and right, and look, he wakes up. Look, it works. He's back to life. Or the fuck. Look, Boondoris is back. So yeah, now Shiraiba can go back to fantasizing about fucking this robot, after this. Yeah, but anyway, technically he isn't back. He tries. He's like slowly coming back, right? Look, you can't just have him come back right away. You gotta build it up, You gotta build up the return of. It's right. It's like when Optimus Prime died, they had to make like that 3 episodes, 4 episodes special. How many Transformers? The Return of Optimus. Was it a 2-part? I guess it was a 2-part. Yeah, that 2-episode special. So yeah, they got hype up Boondoris' return, But yeah, so hey, look, there's like 3 episodes or some shit left at this point, and so like the only way, and we're still just straight up putting fillers at this point in this fucking show. So the next episode is a fucking wedding between Mira and Wild Spinner. Sure, I guess. Well, whatever. I mean, I look. We gotta stall it. Look, we gotta stall it into Gozuger. What the fuck is it called? Gozuger comes out. Like we gotta fill out space. Right? We gotta come up with something like. This is the best we got. I guess it's time for our obligatory Sentai wedding episode, wedding arc thingy, whatever the fuck of the show. But whatever. Sure, why not? Sure, okay. There's a wedding episode next week. All right, that's this week's episode. Really nothing important happens except they just get the Matrix of Leadership to save Boondoris. All right, that's this week's episode. Okay, thanks, bye.